Yesterday's wave of missile strikes caused further damage to a power grid that was already afflicted by previous Russian attacks. The new Russian strategy responds to losses on the battlefield with a targeting of gas, water and above all electrical infrastructure designed to harm millions of Ukrainians as winter's cold begins to bite.
Before the bombing yesterday, we had around 40% of energy infrastructure damaged, which is quite a lot. And yesterday, according to the information, we have 50 more energy objects damaged, which is also very painful.
We caught up this afternoon with Maria Karapata in Kiev. With no power at home, she'd gone elsewhere to work and indeed to speak to us.
Right now I'm in the office of my friend because here right now I have electricity, and for example at my home it's impossible to work and you're just every day trying to catch the light, to catch the internet, water and so on. And yes, if you talk about routine, it becomes really difficult.
The strikes yesterday hit infrastructure from Kiev in the north to Odessa down south, Kharkiv in the east to Lviv out west, and so many points in between. Ukraine's power grid has been connected since June to a couple of neighbouring EU countries with the aim of exporting power to the west. But with the Zaporizhzhia nuclear complex taken offline and extensive damage to the grid, Ukraine now needs Europe to step up.
How they can help us now? First, if Ukraine needs more electricity to balance the system, European Union could actually support through the connections which still work with Ukraine. And second, I think this is the most important, is to help Ukraine with energy equipment. Because what we need now is to replace those transformers and cables which were damaged with the new transformers and cables. And here, actually, everybody could help.
Soon after the war started, during last winter, millions left Ukraine seeking safety abroad. Starved of heat, it could happen again in the coming months. But Maria Karapata will stay, having tried life outside back then, an example of the Russian strikes strengthening rather than undermining resolve.
I can't even imagine what can happen or what Russia can invent to, I don't know, somehow to divide us or to change our opinions, because it was clear from the very beginning of the war. And right now, with the all support of the world, of the of our allies, so we have more power and more strength and more capacity to win this victory, to win this war.
In places yesterday, the Ukrainians did shoot down some incoming missiles, and that's an area where Western countries today pledged to provide more help.
The deliberate targeting of the civilian power grid, causing excessive collateral damage and unnecessary suffering on the civilian population, is a war crime. With the onset of winter, families will be without power and, more importantly, without heat. Basic human survival and subsistence is going to be severely impacted.
The Russian strategy promises a cold, miserable winter for millions of Ukrainians, but that may well prove counterproductive.